Did you guys see that Club Soda Kenny is up for an award on Cringe Humor?
Yeah, what's going on with CringeHumor.net? They're giving out awards or something?
Yeah, they give out awards.
And our own Big and Stupid is up for one?
What's he up for?
I don't know. He just sent out an email to all of us.
Yeah, he sends it to, like, the bigwigs at XM Satellite Radio down in Washington.
Yeah, here's the email. It says, "This is on CringeHumor.com. Please vote for me. My campaign slogan is, I am big and I am stupid. Thank you, your friend Club Soda Kenny." And I'm looking at who this is CC'd to.
Yeah, 3 VPs.
Kevin Straley.
Yeah.
There's 3 XM
Vice presidents.
ELO, the vice president. Why does he send these emails to these bigwigs over at XM?
And they want to be taken seriously.
Yeah. And they wonder why, they're not taking him seriously down there. I thought the Big and Stupid thing was like kind of a gag, but he's really big and stupid. And what award is he up for? Do we even know?
I don't know.
Could we get some research on that, Ben?
Probably most likely to accidentally kill a prostitute.
Let the voting begin. The polls for the 2004 Cringies have officially opened. Let's see.
I'm up for a couple of things. You guys are up for something?
Oh, nice.
We got Pat from CringeHumor.net on the line. Hold on.
There's Patrick?
Yeah, we haven't. I don't think we've had Pat on the new show, have we?
No.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Patrick.
First appearance on the new show?
It's an honor, guys. Thanks for having me on.
CringeHumor.net. Great little website. So what's up with the Cringies, Pat?
Yes, it's voted the most worthless awards by every comedian working out there. So you can go and cast your vote for who you love or who you hate in the world of comedy.
All right, and what is Club Soda Kenny up for?
He's up for breakthrough performer. He emerged out of nowhere and is beloved by everyone.
Which performer do you think took their career to the next level in 2004?
Okay.
And it is Club Soda Kenny.
Yes, he went pretty much from Dice's lackey to the legend that he is today.
He's against Laurie Kilmartin,
Right.
Russ Maneve, Jim Norton, Steve Byrne, and Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah, it's pretty good company aside from Norton in there. So it's going to be pretty close race, but I think Little Jimmy's pretty much dominating the polls right now.
I don't know. Kenny might make a move.
I know. I think maybe if he rallies all his fans together, he could,
all three of them?
A little closer. Yeah.
Little Jimmy also in the running for performer best comedian in 2004.
Who am I up against? I'm acting like I haven't.
Looks like every comic working in New York.
I'm acting like I haven't gone there and voted yet. Like, just coincidentally, who is that?
Yeah, who is that?
Funny I am.
We totally snubbed Dane Cook this year just to really annoy him because he won last year by 5,000 votes. So
really?
Well, Dane, I got credit where it's due. Dane has a mailing list of about 40,000 fat chicks, and he will send out a mass mailing, and they go and vote. I mean, Dane,
really?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
All right.
Yeah, he's winning the Comedy Central shit by 10,000 votes. It's insane. So.
Okay, cool.
Is he mad that you snubbed him?
Yeah, he was a little cranky about it, but,
Little cranky.
I can imagine. Thank you, Pat.
All right, guys.
Bye, sweetie.
Good website, CringeHumor.net. Been supporting the show. Support the show when we were doing nothing for 2 years.
Yep.
All right, so we got 2 clips of anchors fighting. The first one happened this morning. It's kind of subtle. We're in our office, kind of getting the show together, and we're watching ABC News here in New York. And hey, Ben, who are the anchors? It's do you remember? It's the weather guy and
Steve Bernstein or Bernstein or something like that.
Yeah, who had some crazy stuff happen to him off air. Like supposedly he's a homosexual man, and he was stalking.
Wow.
He was stalking somebody else with a laser pointer and all sorts of crap.
Which one? The weather guy or the other guy?
The other guy, the newsreader.
Oh,
they're just newsreaders.
The mulatto guy?
Mulatto?
He looks black and white.
Mulatto?
What are you talking about?
He looks black and white. The guy looks half black, half white. Mulatto's not. It's not bad. It's not insulting. It's what,
Is
half and
a
half.
black guy?
The one that was on the left?
Yeah.
Bertelstein or whatever?
No, he's not black.
I thought he was half black,
Wow,
half white.
that's weird because I
Both
thought...
you guys thought that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that at all.
He looks. Oh, there's our friend from Fox.
There's our buddy.
Yeah.
No, he looks light-skinned.
He does. Dude, you don't see him as a black guy?
Honestly, no. I see him as, I think, a Jewish guy.
Yeah, he's Jewish.
Is he?
I would assume.
kidding?
I would assume he is with the last name.
But what was the story with him? He had a crazy stalking charge, man.
Yeah, into crystal meth, and he was stalking one
Are
of the.
you kidding?
It was while we were off the air.
How
Yeah.
is he still a news guy?
I don't
Can we
know.
find that story? It was great. It was in the Post. It's an unbelievable story.
Oh, then it's got to be true.
Oh, see? Are you taping this?
Yes.
All right, because they are plugging us. I knew they would. All
They
right.
got Arlie Ermy in
Arlie
studio.
Ermy is in studio with them at Fox and Friends.
He loves us. We got to get him on the show. Is there any way we could call Fox and Friends? He loves us, this guy. Clint from New Mexico. What's up?
Here?
Oh,
What's
please.
going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Brian, dude, that he had on yesterday morning just gave you a plug on the show.
Oh, good. Was it a nice plug?
It was good. He said you guys are back on XM.
Uh-huh.
I said you love the man cow.
We said we loved Man Cow?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Oh, my God. So not true.
Oh, was he being sarcastic?
I
Probably.
don't know. I was listening to you guys. I had it on mute, and I read it on the caption.
Yeah.
We did not say we love Man Cow. Oh, my God. Don't start that crap.
Oh,
But it was a good
please.
spot.
He asked us about him. We're like, I guess,
Yeah. No, we said
guess
we have
he's-
the same agent. Thank you.
Punching
Good
out,
night.
guys. Yeah, good morning.
all right. Well, we'll get the
I
audio.
want to get him in studio, man. I love him.
I know. We might have missed out because he does great stuff for us. So anyway, they're finding the story, but so it's Steve and then the weather guy, and they're doing a story about Donald Trump's future bride's
Trumpster.
future bride's dress, I guess.
Yeah.
And Steve was supposed to read it because he's the news reader.
Yep.
That's all these guys are. They take their job so seriously. All they do is read teleprop. That's it. Even Dan Rather and Tom Brokaw's now retired. That's all those guys do. But they're looked at like these informative newsmen. They don't do anything but read.
You're a reader.
Peter Jennings, they're all just reading the news. That's it.
Yeah, other people write it, and they read it.
As much as I don't like them, I have more respect for people like Bill O'Reilly. He's giving his opinion and he's discussing things. But these other guys, they just read the news. That's it.
That's it.
Actually, I like Keith Olbermann the best. He's just a
Teddy Oberman?
What?
I thought you said Teddy Oberman.
I said Keith.
Oh, all right.
Teddy Oberman.
Dude, I'll mess up enough on my own.
No,
You
I
have to
didn't think
make-
you were messing up. I just thought you were talking about Teddy Oberman. I was going to go bowling with him.
See, I don't know this.
Oh.
This reference, I don't know. Damn it! I hate when I don't get them. Don't even tell me.
You got to go through your box set a little longer.
Oh, the honeymooners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm bowling with Teddy Oberman.
Teddy Oberman. What a louse that Teddy Oberman is.
I'm only up to the fourth episode.
Oh.
Yeah, I got through The Maid,
Yeah.
and what was the
I
one
forget
after
one.
that?
I don't remember the order.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, so they're doing a story on Donald Trump's future bride's dress, and Steve's supposed to read the story. I guess he messed up the name or something.
He gets the name wrong. I'm not sure if he got the name of the bride wrong, of Donald's girlfriend, or the name of the dressmaker or something, but he screwed up the name.
right.
And the weather guy decides it's a good time to point out that he screwed up the name. And what does he think? He's on this show where we do that on a daily basis and just relish in someone's mistake?
Yeah, we don't even try to do the radio show anymore. We just stare at each other, just waiting,
Waiting
for
one
someone to mess
screw
up.
Come on, screw a line up. Come on.
Norton was first today. Thank
Yeah.
God.
But we all know it happens to us every day, and it's funny, and we goof on it, and you laugh because you feel like an idiot, or sometimes it screws up a really funny line
Right.
because you're so eager to get it out of your stupid mouth. Oh, that's like my major problem. I do it all the time. We're talking, I get a line in my head, I'm waiting for the gap so I can throw it in there. I'm all happy, proud, confident of it. You throw it out, and just an abortion flies out from between your gums, and everyone just laughs at you, and you turn all red, you get hot, sweaty. It's great. But on the news, they seem to take it very personally.
Yeah, so he messed up something. We'll hear it. I think we got the whole thing here. And then the weather guy jumps in. He thinks it's funny. And
Weather guy thinks it's funny. Anchor guy pissed off it was pointed out in the first place and not letting it go.
Right. And so they kind of go at it a little bit. It looks like they want to fight.
Yeah.
And then
And the weather guy is trying to use like a little like sense of humor, kind of laugh like he goofed on it kind of thing. Like, hey, let it go. And the anchor guy is just plain pissed. And the girl in the middle is just trying to diffuse the situation.
And this show, we watch it a lot in the morning. We start at Channel 7, then we switch around. It's kind of they're not too serious to begin with. They're kind of just hanging out, giving you the news, laughing a little bit,
But not as wacky as like Fox and Friends.
Right, no.
Yeah.
So here's the audio. Oh, the weatherman's Bill Evans. Thank you. So here's the exchange that happened this morning about an hour ago.
Have you seen this? This is the new dress. It's something old, something new, and something that costs about $100 grand. Here's a look at the wedding dress made for supermodel Melania Nels, the former or the future Miss.
Wait, go over that name again, Steve.
All right, yeah, that's it. He just butchered her name.
Melania. What did he
I thought he said Melania Nels, which might be. Is that the way it said?
I don't know. Sound like Melania Nels.
I thought he said Melania Nels.
I couldn't even tell you her name. I mean, it's one of those
He
names.
did kind of mumble it.
Yeah. Oh, he panicked. You
For
could
an
tell.
anchor guy. You can tell there's a little gap between when he says.
You know, we've all been in that situation
name.
as broadcasters.
Yeah.
You just hope to get through it.
Yep.
Like I'll get it close enough where and I'll get past it, and then no one will point it out.
Not with Jimmy here.
Right. Yeah, I know. You've wrecked my whole thing.
That's the beauty of what we do. Like, we just goof on each other. It's like, why can't a broadcaster like that just go, wait a minute? How do you say that? Why can't there be any honesty out of these people?
Well, they
They'll
start.
say, okay, go do the Weather. Just goof on it.
I guess he wants to be known as a serious newsreader, and these guys are pointing out that he doesn't know that he butchered the name.
Right.
Have you seen this? This is the new dress. There's something old, something new, and something that costs about $100 grand. Here's a look at the wedding dress made for supermodel Melania Nels, the former or the future Miss.
Wait, go over that name again, Steve. What was that?
You know what? Why don't you do it, Bill?
No, I'm not the anchor, Steve.
Melania, right?
Why don't you go over it? Why don't you do it?
I'm not the anchor.
Well, you know what? Then I'll pipe down over there during the VO,
Well,
wouldn't
then
you?
what then, Steve?
Go ahead and do it, Bill.
It has 300 feet of satin.
If you're not the anchor, then don't interrupt me.
I wanted to know
Now,
what you
if you're
said.
not the anchor, then
Go,
don't.
baby, go. Go.
The gown was designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior, and the bride plans another dress of Vera Wang design after the couple's first dance. Wedding is set for Saturday. Why don't you give it a shot there, Bill?
Hey, I'm just representing the audience.
I'm just
I heard
representing.
I heard Melania Nels, and I'm just saying.
My bad. My bad. I'm sorry, Bill.
I'm not looking for an apology, Steve.
I know, so
I'm just
I'm
saying,
sorry.
would you like to take another shot?
No, I wouldn't.
I can't take a shot at it. That's why I do the weather. I don't read that stuff.
All right.
It is so cold
It is cold out, isn't it?
outside.
It's cold in here, too.
Take a shot at the weather if you want. I don't. It don't matter.
I'm
to me.
good with that.
Hey, dude,
Okay.
I get paid either way. It's such
Oy,
cold
oy, oy.
weather to start the day, and it will be a day where it will be a cold day. It's
Wow.
Yeah,
that's even better than what how we heard in the office because we were half listening.
That is an angry. You know what really angered him?
Wow, that's great.
You could tell what really angered him as he was then finishing his read. The weather guy, is cackling like Ben in the background. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't catch that.
He screws up. They have their first exchange. Then the anchor decides he's going to finish the rest of the voiceover, the rest of the read. As he's doing that, you just hear, you hear this Ben-like cackle, and it just really pisses him off.
Was that the weather guy laughing or the Robin Quivers girl?
The weather guy.
Oh, okay.
It's the weather guy laughing at the anchor guy.
The weather guy at least was cool. What a douche the anchor is.
Well, because he wants to be known as a serious
What a
newsreader.
douche.
Why don't you read it? Why don't you read it?
Instead of just going, oh, yeah, I screwed that up. Because the weather guy, even after the weather guy realized that he offended him a little bit, he was trying to keep it lighthearted.
Yeah.
Like any guy would do. But this faggot's all
You
self-important.
should have said, what do I care what her name is anyway?
Yeah. You zilch of questionable ethnicity.
And then they broke down the third wall, too, because he's like, well, why don't you just be quiet then during the VO?
Yeah.
The voiceover.
Did he say the VO? I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
he said the VO.
Oh, I thought he meant
Which
vodka.
proves that that proves this wasn't a little fun-loving exchange. This was like,
No,
let's
also-
just shut the F up.
Also,
Can
he
we
says
play it
things.
again?
He says things a couple of times, which shows that it's not a joke. He seriously means it.
Well, did you catch it when he goes, well, I'm the anchor, don't interrupt me?
Yeah.
And the other guy goes, well, I didn't mean to interrupt you, faggot. Sorry, I don't have a laser pointer that you can stalk me with. You
I
guys
didn't
catch
catch
that?
that. Wow.
We're trying to find the story because the story is unbelievable.
That really is awkward.
It's Steve Bartlestein. It's Bill Evans, the weatherman, who points out him messing up.
Yeah, let's hear it again.
And then the female in the middle is Sandra Bookman, who's kind of loosey-goosey all morning on this newscast.
I know who she is. Her father used to be a janitor on Good Times.
Yeah, I know that. That one I know.
Sandra Booger is the name I call her.
Want to listen to it again? And then we got another audio that probably trumps this one.
Oh, yeah.
So listen again here.
Have you seen this? This is the new dress. There's something old, something new, and something that costs about $100 grand. Here's a look at the wedding dress made for supermodel Melania Nels, the former or the future Miss.
wait, go over that name again, Steve. What was that?
You know what? Why don't you do it, Bill?
No, I'm not the anchor, Steve.
Melania, right?
Why don't you go over it? Why don't you do it?
I'm not the anchor.
Well, you know what? Then that I piped down over there during the VO, wouldn't you?
What then, Steve?
Go ahead, do it, Bill.
It has 300 feet of satin.
If you're not the anchor, then don't interrupt me.
I wanted to know what
if
you
you're
said.
not the anchor, then
Go,
don't.
baby, go. Go.
The gown was designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior.
Wow, does she call him a baby?
No, she said, "Go, baby, go." Like,
Oh,
And then here's where he's cackling. He's just cackling
Yeah.
like Ben.
Yeah.
Laughing at Steve.
cackling. His hair's all messy. He's doing coke off the weather map.
I wanted to know what you
if you're
said.
not the anchor, then
Go,
don't.
baby, go. Go.
The gown was designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior. And the bride plans another dress of her wedding design after the couple's first dance. Wedding is set for Saturday. Why don't you give it a shot there, Bill?
Hey, I'm just representing the audience. I heard mouth, and I'm just saying.
My bad. I'm sorry, Bill.
I'm not looking for an apology.
I know, so
I'm just saying,
sorry.
would you like to take another shot?
No, I wouldn't.
I can't take a shot at it. That's why I do the weather. I don't read that stuff.
It is so cold
It is cold
outside.
It's cold in here, too.
Oh. Take a shot at the weather if you want. I don't. It don't matter.
I'm good with that.
Hey, dude,
Okay.
I get paid either way.
It's
the weather to start today. And it will be a cold day.
That's terrific. That's terrific. I like the weatherman. I wanted to pay attention before.
I just heard.
He mocked him.
He mocked him in the middle of it. I just heard.
And the weatherman comes off looking like a fun guy, and the other guy looks like an absolute douche.
And he's calling him Billy.
Yeah, why don't you try it, Billy?
Try it, Billy. Hey, Billy boy.
We so lucked out.
That was a
We
good
were just recording today. We lucked out.
It wasn't like Ben cackling.
Yeah.
Then he gets up and takes his monstrous hog and points at the weather map. It's going to be cold here. Where? He's pointing to Alaska and Idaho at the same time.
That's great, isn't it?
That is really good.
These stupid news readers, they take their jobs way too seriously, and they don't want you pointing out that they flubbed something. Anyway, this happened while we were off the air. Steve Bartlestein, who was in that clip with Bill Evans, the weather guy. New sex suit hits anchor. Transmitted various communicable diseases, according to the New York Post.
What? Who did?
It looks like Steve Bartlestein.
Ooh.
I don't know. This is August 5th, 03. WABC TV news anchor Steve Bartlestein is being sued by a second man for sexual harassment and stalking.
A man?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
With the laser pointer and all that. Actor Dan Levine claims Bartlestein followed him to Boston and Denver. That guy we just heard in the clip followed this other guy to Boston and Denver, forcing him to switch hotels under an assumed name.
Wow.
This lawsuit is the second of its kind for Bartlestein, who was hit earlier this year with a sexual harassment complaint by ABC writer-producer Roderick McCollum.
Rod. Why don't you try it, Rod?
Yeah. God, what a short-fused fruit.
Wow, really?
Why don't you stop rubbing your mule on other coworkers and get a sense of humor, sissy? Why don't you leave the weatherman alone? He's having a ball over there. Don't be jealous.
Laughing.
Having fun, cackling in the background. Dude, it's insane. It's crazy. It's Melania now. And then he starts gossiping about her. Yeah, she was doing coke with Tom Brady in Boston. Yeah, dude.
No, speaking of Boston, low pressure system.
But he would only give the Boston weather. He wouldn't even mention the tsunami. Stupid Ben. All he would talk, no matter what city he was in, he was just going, hey, Boston.
And how it affects either the Pats or the Red Sox. What a Boston nothing he is.
Who, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, an ass of epic proportions.
So there you have it, man. That's great.
Yeah.
And you know, Steve was just pissed off, and Evans can't stop laughing and just
They're
makes it
still
worse.
pissed. What are you kidding?
Yeah.
You know they're still pissed.
All right, and then we should follow that up. We have audio of an anchor fight at KABC TV in L.A.
Now, this was before they went to air.
Well, obviously, you know what? These engineers, they're great. They're always recording, when they're not on. You know
That's
what I mean?
why I get a little nervous when we're mic'd for something.
Of course.
Like yesterday, we get mic'd up for the talk show, and I don't like discussing other people, other things, or anything when I'm mic'd, because you know these guys.
And you know these engineers are recording and hoping you're going to say something stupid, and then they trade with their friends all over the country, and then eventually, someone...
It ends up on a CD on some radio show.
Yeah, because someone sends it to... Yeah, exactly. So, I guess they were getting ready to air, these two anchors.
Mm-hmm.
A man and woman... That was
brutal,
really good.
Jimmy, you nailed the new guy.
A man and a woman team there. You know,
It's really good.
the typical anchors, you know.
Yeah.
Guy and girl.
Bring Noah in here, please.
We're gonna like completely wreck the flow.
What are you doing?
You know, why don't you just do it?
Oh.
What? No, I was just trying to have some fun.
Come on, Jimmy boy.
Yeah, let's
Come
go,
on,
Jimmy.
you do it, Jimmy.
You do
Hey,
it.
I'm not the star of the show.
Hey, you do the setup. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't mean to talk during the VO.
Whatever, dude. I'll just sit here.
The VO.
I get paid either way. Whatever, man.
Yeah, he threw that line in, which is total personal.
Oh, I know. All right, so yeah, this is just before they go to air, and obviously these two just hate each other and have a problem.
Problems.
And
A lot of guy-girl teams
And I
in
gotta,
any broadcasting forum usually don't like each other.
I gotta explain the neighborhood I live in. These people that do that read the news, Anthony, you know, between the 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock, they got like 4 or 5 hours because they're really just reading the news. It's the people behind the scenes that have to put the whole thing together for these guys and throw it on a teleprompt. So what happens with these anchors and the sports guys and the weather guys?
Some teleprompter, Opie.
Oh, what did I say? Teller.
Throw that in on there.
What do you call it?
What?
What? Teleprop?
You want to take another shot at that word, Ope? All I heard was...
Noah, Jimmy wanted you for something.
Welcome to the show. I just saw your coat, and I wanted to know if you were... What? I saw his coat. It looks terrific. I wanted to know if you were auditioning for Purple Rain. I'm just...
What is that, a velour blazer? What is that made of?
Yeah.
Is
Is that velveteen?
It's made of velvet.
Is it velvet? Is it real velvet?
I think so, yeah.
You're not trying to make an impression or anything, are you?
No.
Did you pick that out this morning specifically for this and
No.
say, I'm going to have to wear my velvet blazer?
No, not at all.
Are you playing horns with Murph and the Murph tones?
Don't think so.
And I'll carry it for you. I'll have to be the nice guy.
He's Charlie Garner.
Yeah, Charlie Garner. Wow, very good name. You picked that out of your ass. That was good. I couldn't find
What are
that
you going to
one.
stay here for the rest of the show?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Don't
Stuff
you got
to do,
something
Noah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but
You
it's
want to
okay.
intro the clip or something?
All right.
See, that's why Eric's opening the door. You could leave anything.
All right, slam the door in his face. We got a show to do. All right.
And on his way out, Jimmy just
Get somebody
blindsides him.
All right. Where were we? Oh yeah. So in my hood there, you know, it's near one of these news stations, and these guys hang out at coffee shops and smoke cigars and eat in between the 6 and 11 o'clock news.
Yeah.
And a lot of these anchors and news people and stuff, they have families, so they actually go home for a few hours because they have nothing to do until they have to read again off that thing that shows the words. So I think what's going on in this clip is the female anchor goes home. Because
For like in between the newscast.
I believe so, because
Right.
the male anchor kind of brings up her drinking.
He alludes.
He alludes that she might be drinking in
alcohol
between newscasts.
consumption. This is brutal.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
Yeah, this is brutal.
You thought the one we just played was good? Listen to this exchange just before they hit the air, Jimmy.
First segment.
It's done that way all the time.
It
That's what I
frequently
was told.
is. It frequently
Well,
is.
then we better
Do you hear
talk
me
about it.
complaining about it?
Then we better
Tonight
talk about
I'm
it.
complaining because tonight I
Then
said,
we better
hey,
talk about it because I
I
think you've got a
agree.
problem. I think we've got a problem. All right? If that's what you think, then we'll talk about it after the show, and we'll talk about it with Roger Bell. Because I'm not going to sit here night after night and put up with this shit. Okay?
night after night? Night after night?
Well,
What,
it
let's,
looks
how
to
much,
me like that's the way it's going to go,
I'll
Ann.
take the ante up a little higher than that even. You're not only wrong, you're way out of line.
Let me tell you something.
You
kiddo.
started it, pal.
You want Harold Green, you might get him. And then
It's fine with me. Fine
Oh, is
with
it really?
me. Good old
Oh.
Harold Green.
Okay. Okay. You want to start dealing with shit? Go ahead. That's what you want. You just might get it. You know, you go home and have a couple of shooters, and I don't know what the fuck happens, but when you come back, you're not the same lady.
That's not true.
Some nights it is, Ann.
When news happens, you see it happen on Channel 7. The #1 station for news and information in Southern California. Now, Paul Moyer, Ann Martin, Johnny Mountain Weather, and Todd Donahoe Sports. This is Eyewitness News Tonight.
3 men dead tonight in an execution-style murder in Los Angeles.
Just go right into it.
Now the 11 o'clock hour.
The lush sitting next to me will explain.
Wow. Isn't that great? That was just before they hit the air.
And she kept, you know what it is? She's such a drunk. She kept talking when he was trying to say something, and he just had enough of her mouth.
Yep.
Was he stapling things, or?
I don't know. It sounded like something just slamming down on the desk.
He was shuffling his papers, I think, and just hitting the desk, right?
Oh, he's just kind of like putting them down hard.
Slapping him down. There is a problem there, boy.
Whoa.
Have to work in that environment.
Who are those names he kept mentioning? Like, you're going to get this.
I'll probably, the
boss.
The boss, yeah. The program director or whatever that runs the newsroom.
Are they still together or you don't know? Are they still a team?
I don't know. I don't know the history of that clip. Steve might know, or Eric.
Eric, what's the history of that clip, please?
He's going to just say, I don't know.
Don't know.
All right.
He's just going to say, I don't know.
Tell him no to get on it.
Getting back to the Steve Bartlestein, we got more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you Google his name, you find some fun stuff. That was the first clip we played. Worst off-camera behavior, WABC News anchor Steve Bartlestein, who is being sued by 2 men for sexual harassment. One of the men is an ABC News producer. The court documents include juicy bits of information. One of the men claims that Bartlestein uses crystal meth and crack every day and knowingly transmitted various communicable diseases.
Whoa. Test the anchor with chlamydia. How annoying is that? Self-righteous and disease-ridden. Yuck.
How is he still an anchor? Like the slightest little thing. Well, that guy yesterday, the weatherman in Vegas, made quite the little faux pas. We don't have audio of this, but...
Oh, Anthony, yeah, here, I'll give that to you.
What a faux pas this guy made, and right out the door. And meanwhile, you get this guy in New York, he's chlamydia and crack and stalking, and he's still delivering the news, and snippy to boot. Las Vegas, a weekend television weatherman was fired after he made an on-air racial slur about Martin Luther King Jr., station officials said. Rob Blair from a KTNV TV was delivering the extended forecast Saturday morning when he said, "Freeze, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Going to see some temperatures in the mid-60s." So it sounds like he said Martin Luther Coon and then went King Jr.
You got to be fired for that. I despise political correctness, but you know what? When you say Martin Luther Coon on television on his birthday,
pretty much
you got to go. Sometimes political correctness has a point.
Now, some would say, well, obviously it was a slip of the tongue.
Sure.
I don't think anybody in their right mind would go on television and say this.
Yes.
On purpose. But I guess if it was a slip of the tongue, why would you even make it unless you've been saying it all day? That's kind of one of those slips that you just, I don't know, Luther kind of has that ooh sound to it. Going into a king, you might, have you ever done that? You cross up 2 words?
Constantly.
But, this is one of those, how do you explain it? It could have been the most innocent slip in the world, but.
Sounds like he was going to say cool.
No, you heard it.
No, I don't know. It just seems like he was,
Well, it sounds like Martin Luther, and then you got the ooh from Luther stuck in your head. You go to King, starts with the k sound, and you're already halfway through Coon.
He was probably just joking with his friends saying, yeah, Martin Luther Coon tomorrow. Just joking around. I've mixed up words before. Like, a lot of times a girl will say, you're going to tell me, right? And I'll say yes, but what I really mean is no. You'll find out when your tonsils are bleachy, stupid.
Let's see. Jim Prather, vice president and general manager, said Blair stumbled, but the excuse was not good enough to save his job. This kind of incident is not acceptable under any circumstances, and I'm truly sorry that this event occurred, Prather told the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Blair apologized, Waddle Doodle, during the station's 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. newscast. So the guy got on twice after that and apologized.
Yeah.
On a weather report early this morning, I made an accidental slip of the tongue when talking about the Martin Luther King Coon holiday. No, he didn't say that. He actually got it right that time. He said the Martin Luther King holiday. And what I said was interpreted by many viewers as highly offensive. Interpreted? No, it was highly offensive. For that, I offer my deepest apology. I in no way intended to offend anyone. I'm very sorry.
Waddle doodle.
Well, he also said in an interview, he said, I don't want you to think I was happy. It's not like I got up and danced a jig.
Oh, which he was fired again. Blair worked for at the station for about 3 months, so he's kind of new meat over there.
Yeah. It's kind of
have
spooky.
A new guy doing that.
All right.
Well, they didn't like him around the office anyway. He never bought lunch. He behaved very niggardly.
Oh, wow, yes. That means cheap, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Hey, Cal, what's up?
Hey, I used to live out in Southern California and used to watch the news out there. And Ann Martin is a blonde-haired, kind of an attractive older lady. I'd do it if I had the chance, but Paul Moyer's just a fucking asshole.
Are they still on the air?
Huh?
Are they still on the air?
They're still on the air, yeah. They're still on the air. That green guy who used to be a news anchor, and now he's like a director or something like that.
All right.
How's her drinking problem?
What's that?
How's her drinking coming along?
Yeah, he referred to her as a drinker.
She does a few shoots.
She doesn't seem like that type. She just seems like one of them little sophisticated older ladies. These guys in the news anchors out in L.A. are so stuck on themselves thinking they're going to get some kind of Hollywood bullshit that it don't even make sense.
Hey, Dan Aykroyd voice, how long ago did you live in California?
I lived in Southern California pretty much my entire life. I live up in Utah now, but it's been only a couple years back.
You ever live in Cook County, Chicago, did you?
Not
Illinois?
Jimmy.
All right, thank you, Cal.
Cook County, Chicago.
That's that, thanks.
Not a bad-looking older broad.
Steve is saying that clip is 10 years old?
No.
Yeah, it has to be because Moyer and Martin weren't at ABC since 1994.
Wow.
Are they still a team?
No. One of them's at CBS, one of them's at NBC.
Well, our clip is 2 hours old.
Exactly.
We really lucked out on that today.